What if I told you guys you can start a business this year without using any of your own money? That's what my buddy Elvis Somoza did here, and he's helped hundreds of people do exactly that by leveraging 0% interest credit. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Elvis, for coming to the show. I do appreciate. For those that don't know, he actually came to this YouTube channel before, and he dropped a lot of sauce in regards to travel hacking stuff. So if you guys want to watch that, feel free to browse my channel. Hit the link in the description below. But let's start with your story now. Like, what got you into, I guess, the credit space for those that aren't familiar with you?
So I mainly got exposed to credit the wrong way, man. I first started by getting a bunch of credit cards, going into debt, messed up my credit. I got like so much debt that I couldn't pay it off anymore. Eventually, I got a getting out of debt program. They messed up my credit, and then eventually, I was trying to figure out how to fix my credit. And I came across people on Reddit, YouTube, all the people that teach you like little bits and pieces of how to improve it, but no one really tells you exactly the formula, right? I came across some people on Instagram that were selling credit repair, learning how to do funding, marketing, a bunch of stuff. So I decided to take a risk and trusted them. I paid them. They taught me everything there was to know about credit. And I learned how to fix my credit. After I fixed it, I learned how to build and scale your personal credit. And then I built and scaled my business credit. And then I leveraged my credit to start businesses. And over the past 5 years, I've started multiple businesses by doing the same technique. Where business credit doesn't report to personal. That's what I teach people. And ever since I realized the value that it gave me, I decided to go and teach other people, and also do this as a service. So I've helped hundreds of people start all kinds of businesses. Some do pay themselves off within 1 year. Some might take a little bit longer, but it's no big deal because you can always do a balance transfer from one card that's about to hit 21% interest to another one that's going to have 0% interest for another year. And then you can virtually have your entire business at 0% for many years.
For many years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned you help people start businesses. Can you go ahead and break it down for like the average Joe out there that wants to start their business and get, I guess, some kind of funding at a 0% interest rate? Can you break that down?
So it's a very simple process, man. It's a 4-step process, actually. The first one is building and scaling your personal credit to where it needs to be. The second one is applying strategically for 0% interest credit cards. Third one is investing the money that you get from those credit cards into an income generating business. And then step 4 is using the revenue that you bring in from that business to pay off that credit card. It's not magic, it's math and a lot of discipline. As long as you use your profits to pay off your debt, you can be out of debt within 1 year. And like I said, even if you're not out of debt within the first year, you can always do a balance transfer and continue to pay that off.
That's powerful. So you're telling me you're not using your credit cards to buy liabilities, but more so build cash flow.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What's the biggest mistake people make when they try to do this on their own?
In my opinion, there's 2 big mistakes people make. The very first one is they use the credit to purchase liabilities.
Right.
Why use that money that you're getting for free from the bank to buy something that's just going to sit there and you're going to finance, when you can just purchase something that's going to generate you income and help you eventually get out of your job or start like that big business you want to start.
Exactly.
So that's the main one. But the second mistake I see people do is they think they can do it on their own and just start applying to whatever credit card comes to their mind, and not knowing that underwriters look at particular things when giving you approvals. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can apply for 5 cards, get 2 approvals, get 3 denials, and get a bunch of inquiries.
Right.
And that's going to make it harder for you to get credit in the future. Now, if you know what you're doing, you can create a sequence of applications in a particular order to get you those maximal approvals and high limits. Honestly, you need a real strategy and accountability, and that's where mentorship changes everything.
Yeah, and you're totally right, because I get a lot of people that message me through my YouTube channel and, they fill out the application wrong or they're just applying too soon. And, that's why I do what I do on YouTube. I teach the people how to approach this correctly, because a lot of people out there are making mistakes. So it's just, I guess, best to find a mentor like how you said.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, you save years of trial and error, or months at least of trial and error, when you pay someone that knows exactly what they're doing. It's like you can wash your car, you can pay someone to wash your car. Who's going to do it better,
Okay. Let me ask you this. What's a success story that you have under your belt with a business owner that you've helped before in the past? Because I know you mentioned you've helped plenty of people out before in the past. So what's one story you have?
Just off the top of my head, recently I've helped my friend Ray actually start his media business. He had really good credit in the beginning. We got him by now over 6 figures and 0% interest credit. He didn't use all of it because reality is not many people use all that, but he's definitely used, I would say, about $20,000 to start his media business. And now, he's killing it. He probably paid that off within 6 to 7 months. And now he's doing big gigs with like the Raiders. He's going all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he actually scaled his business then after that, after you helped him out.
Yeah, and it's just getting your credit to the right point one time and then just reapplying multiple times.
Right.
Yeah.
So all that matters really is that you have a solid credit profile, and then from there you should be able to take things off.
Yeah, that's definitely step one.
Okay, so you definitely helped a lot of people get funding in their lives, but do you also teach the funding business? Is that something you do?
Yeah, man. Once you understand how to do it for yourself, you can definitely guide other people to do the same. And I personally help people get the funds, but there's people that reach out to me asking for guidance and mentorship, and I definitely teach them like everything from how to structure their personal credit, how to structure their business credit, how to properly apply, what banks look at, and that's easy six-figure business within your first year if you're at it and you put in the work, definitely.
Wow, so you teach the whole funding play from A to Z then?
Exactly. It's something that I've applied for myself, and I feel like everyone should know about it.
So you're basically telling me somebody out there, anybody that's watching out there can start their own funding business if, they got the proper guidance and make six figures off of this business alone?
Exactly. So there's two types of clients. The one that already has a business and they need more money to scale their business. And then there's the guy that, wants to get something started and they just want to learn a skill that they can monetize. And funding is a very lucrative skill to know. You can easily make six figures within your first year. If you're obviously hustling and doing what you got to do, you could easily turn it into a six-figure business.
Yeah, because I have seen quite a few people that started this business and they're making six figures in as little as 3-4 months from what I've seen personally.
Honestly, bro, it's a super underrated business. Like, you always hear about copywriting, you hear about people running ads, people doing this and that, but you never hear about people doing funding online. So it's super underrated, and it's very, very easy to become very lucrative.
Right. Damn, he dropped a lot of sauce. Honestly, guys, if you guys want to learn how to do funding as a business so that way you guys can make some money for yourself and even scale six figures this year for yourself, then send an email to my business email saying business funding mentorship and I'll speak with you guys there. Or if you guys want funding for your own business, then send an email to me saying funding and we'll help you guys out. And also really quick, guys, if you guys have any derogatory items on your credit profile that you guys need to get off, like collections, late payments, charge-offs, and things of that nature, send an email to my business email saying credit repair and I'll definitely help you guys out because I have a credit repair person that I personally work with that can definitely help a lot of you guys out there. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We were at 72,400 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, but if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.